Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's Week in View. So, you know how it goes. We every Friday, 4 p.m. West African time, we come with all the top trending headlines in the world of blockchain and fintech across the globe and also in Africa. So, we have top headlines in Africa and across the globe. I remain your host, Lee Uchomo Heri. We have a lot of trending headlines here from the global stage. So we're going to look at the headlines here from Sunday, 12th of February to today, February. That's Friday, 17th of February, 2023. So we're going to be looking at our major headlines. Yeah, so we are streaming across our four channels. We're streaming on live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So anywhere you're joining us from, do well to like and share this live broadcast so people could be able to catch up. So if you miss all the trending headlines, don't worry, we got you covered. So I move straight to the headlines. I'll start with the global headlines that I have here. So we're going to look at Bitcoin and crypto market surge on Thursday. We saw that a particular surge. We saw the major top cryptocurrencies jumping there. We saw Bitcoin moving from around $22,000 that it was trading to 24,800 dollars. So as of this moment, Bitcoin is currently trading around $24,100, so around that range. We saw Ethereum also making a climb there. Ethereum climbing to $1,700. And all that BNB did a jump, a little jump. We saw some of these, on Thursday, that was yesterday, and there Bitcoin had a plus 10%. That was it. Ethereum had around 7% surge there. We saw BNB having around 7% as well surge in price. That's a little bit about how the crypto market really performed this week. It mostly Wednesday, Thursday, and today we saw them having some of those upward price movement. So we look at another global headline here. We look at Turkey's Syria earthquake. We saw Ripple, Binance, and other blockchain companies donating relief, making some good donations to to Turkey. An account was set up, so those donations were flooding in. So we saw the lives of, if you see on the screen, we saw all the lives of Binance making that donation. The recent earthquake in Turkey have had a devastating impact on so many people and communities. We hope our efforts are being made there. We see some tweets from, if you look up there, you see some tweets from Avalanche. The Avalanche Foundation has donated 1 million in avars to the disaster for the earthquake that has affected Turkey and Syria. So we encourage others to join. There's donations are coming in. A lot of our crypto projects. We see KuCoin also making donation there. We see other of them there. According to this report I'll just go according to this report by Decrypt, several cryptocurrency companies, including Binance, Theta, Bitfinex, OKX, and KuCoin, have pledged over 9 million in donation to aid the victims of the massive earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria early Monday morning. As the number of casualties continue to rise, more than 7,000 killed and over 20,000 injured, the collective effort demonstrates that the crypto community is again ready to step up to support humanitarian effort. Joining the fundraising effort, Avalanche Foundation donated 1 million in Avas token. Turkey is close to the heart of the Avalanche Foundation and community, and the fund will help people recover faster in the wake of this tragedy. Executive Director of Avalanche Foundation told Decrypt in an email. So a lot of things. This is not the first time we see the crypto community coming up to help. We saw that happening in Ukraine. some crypto companies came up with some donations, and that's a very good one. We see this industry is a very good one. So if you miss that, this is how the crypto community is responding to the Turkey Syria earthquake by giving out some donations. We from here we send our prayers to them. So let's move to the next headline. The next headline is on Binance. So we are looking at Binance, a US investigation. Binance expected to pay some penalties. So this Binance expected to pay penalties to settle US probe. Wall Street Journal, that's according to Wall Street Journal. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, expect to pay monetary penalties to settle US authorities' investigation into its business and past crypto offerings, according to statements from the firm's chief strategy officer to the Wall Street Journal on Wednesday. Some of the facts there is that the executive, Patrick Heyman, said Binance is working with regulators to figure remediations for past violations with possible outcomes of a fine or something more serious. According to him, we just don't know. That is for the regulators to decide, he added. The Justice Department has been investigating Binance over potential anti-money laundering law infractions, while the Commodity Future Trading Commission is probing the exchange over the sale of unregistered securities, according to reporting from WSJ. So that's a brief about Binance there, what they are going through in the hands of regulators, especially the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States. So we look at still on United States, what they're doing. US SEC charged Do Kwon, that's the CEO of Terraform Lab, for fraud. So according to that headline, US SEC charged Do Kwon and Terraform Lab for fraud. So you could remember this started, uh, Terra crash was sometime around March last year. It was the start of the crisis in the cryptocurrency space. Not until December, that was November when FTS came in. It was first on Terraform Labs with the Terra crash and Luna crash. So the Security and Exchange Commission in the US has charged Terraform Lab and CEO Do Kwon for fraudulent act that led to the collapse of the Terra ecosystem. The financial regulatory body sued the company and the CEO with charges of violating the registration and anti-fraud provision of the Security Act and Exchange Act. So we know even to that effect, we have not even seen any arrest of the Do Kwon, the CEO of Terraform Lab. We are yet to see any arrest there. I know we are working on that on our show. That's the Crypto X-ray, where we talk about the scams and illicit activities in the crypto space. So we are talking about. We'll also come up with that headline on Monday to look at where his whereabout is and how far have the regulators or the have they gone with that case? I will see he has not been seen for long. So let's see how that plays out. Next, there is we see police in Norway has recovered about $5.9 million stolen from Asia Infinity running hacks. So that's interesting. You know that this hack happened sometime last year when there was this Asia Infinity lab. According to reports on Cointelegraph, you see the seized funds will be used to reimburse affected users and help prevent North Korea from funding its nuclear weapon program. According to press release published on February 16 by Norway's National Authority for Investigation and Prosecution of Economic and Environmental Crime, authorities have seized 60 million Norwegian kroner, that's about 5.85 million, in stolen cryptocurrencies linked to the Asia Infinity running bridge hack in March to senior public prosecutor Marin Bender. So that's it. I will see how that's a good one. So users that are affected by that particular that's hack, they are, I believe, since that fund that was recovered is going to be used to reimburse users that was affected. So that's a very good one. So I don't know how that is really going to play out, how they intend to return those funds to the users. Let's see how that plays out. But that's a good one, a very good achievement there. And we see that a lot of things. This is I know in on crypto X-ray will also dissect this more and look deeper into what this is all about. So this is how far we can go on the global headlines. So we go for a quick break. When we return, we're going to be looking at African headlines. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Week in View live on Coinbase Extra TV. So do wait to like this show. We are live across 4 channels. So anywhere you're joining us from, are you watching from YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter? Do wait to like and share this broadcast so more people will get to see this video and also get to catch up with some of the headlines they might have missed in the week. So let's move. We've been able to look at the global headlines. Let's look at the African top headlines this week. So number one there is big Block Finesse acquires a majority shares in Fluid Coins. So that's an interesting one there happening here. Let me look at that story. So according to that story on TechPoint, that story, Block Finesse acquires Nigerian crypto payment gateway, Fluid Coins. And also we saw a social media post on LinkedIn by the CEO sharing that. So you can see that on screen, the social media post there. Fluid Coin, a Nigerian crypto payment gateway, has been acquired by Block Finesse for an undisclosed sum. So this according to reports that the deal was confirmed by Danny Onyekan, Block Finesse CEO, and facilitated by Block Finesse parent company, Dan Holdings Limited. So if you look at it, there is a Fluid Coin was founded in 2021 by Lana Adenowo and provide a crypto payment infrastructure for African businesses. So the startup had previously raised that according to take about $150,000, but with the startup running out of cash, an acquisition was the next best option. So if you read down, that's a part of it. So congratulations to the team there for that particular acquisition. That's a very good one. Let's look at the next headline there. The next headline there is Meta at Africa accepted into Wabi's 25 million developers grant program. So we saw that on the social media posts, both on IG, Instagram, and that was on LinkedIn. If you check the Meta at Africa social media handles, they made that announcement that they have been accepted into Wabi's 25 million developers grant program. So that's a very welcome one. So that particular grant, according to the CEO of Meta Art Africa here in Sebraham, there that will help them to build their infrastructure, build the platform's infrastructure to provide certification and ticketing for conferences and institutions looking for ticketing and certification. So we will hope to have the CEO and also blog, or maybe on the show. Hopefully next week we'll be having the CEO of both Block Finesse and Meta Art Africa, maybe having them on the interview session to hear from them. One for Block Finesse about the acquisition and Meta Art about this particular grant. Congratulations to them once again. So next on that headline is EasyPay, a digital wallet and intra-African cross-border remittance partners with MFS Africa. So that's on that headline. So that was live on Coin News Extra, our platform. So if you look at it, EasyPay has really digital wallet and intra-African cross-border remittance provider. EasyPay has established a cooperation with MFS Africa, the top digital payment gateway on the continent. With the partnership, consumers will be able to send money instantly to bank accounts and wallet throughout Africa for their steadily expanding client base at a time when mobile money is increasing on the continent and companies and people are looking for cross-border transaction options. EasyPay operates in 14 African nations and has a user base of over 300,000 people, including experts and members of the African diaspora who use EasyPay digital wallet to send money home and abroad. So that's about that particular partnership. The partnership is anticipated to offer last mile connectivity for payment to and from African bank accounts and mobile money wallets. So that's it on that particular headline. EasyPay, a digital wallet and intra-African cross-border remittance partners with MFS Africa. So next on the still on the African headlines, we let's look at the next one there. Kenyan fintech startup Power raises 3 million in seed funding. So talking about fundraising, that's a very good one because we've been here on CoinInvestor been looking at that particular aspect of startups being able to raise funds. So according to this report, Power, a Kenyan fintech company, has raised $3 million in a round headed by DOB Equity as seed money for its intention to grow its product offering in Kenya and enter Zambia. Brian Dempsey and Chandra Singh co-founded Power in 2020 to give partner employee access to financial resources such short and long-term loans, chances for investment, and insurance products. So this one from the Kenyan fintech startup Power, raising 3 million in seed funding. So for more on that, you can check out our CoinNewsExtra website, coinextra.com, to read more on that particular fundraising. So last on that, on our headline here is Bamboo secures license to operate in Nigeria. So that's the last headline we have here. So according to that report, still on CoinNewsExtra platform, the Security and Exchange Commission, that's SEC of Nigeria, has granted Nigerian investech startup Bamboo a digital sub-broker license enabling to conduct business on the Nigerian capital market and provide Nigerian securities on its platforms. Bamboo is an online brokerage firm that was founded in 2019 that enables Africans to invest in both domestic and international asset class in real time. Users can make fractional investments in their preferred public traded US firms, exchange traded funds, that's ETFs, and mutual funds or fixed income security. So in a statement by the brokerage startup, SEC issuance of the license to Bamboo ensures oversight of the relationship between sponsoring broker and Lambert Capital. So that's it. Major headlines that we have in on today's show, our week in view. And I really appreciate, and I know that this has really helped. These headlines, we've been able to catch up on some of the trending headlines in the world of blockchain fintech, not only in Africa, across the globe. So we'll come your way again with this show next week, Friday, 4 p.m. West African time. Thank you very much for your time. I'm signing out. So do where to like and share this broadcast. Anytime you come to watch, do where to like and share. If you have a suggestion, there are some headlines that we missed out. So what we are here is for us to bring in the headlines. So are there headlines that you feel that we missed out, or are there some news that are happening in your areas, most especially in Africa, that you feel that we should be able to write about or to report on that particular headline? Do where to send it to us. So you can also DM us across all our social media or email us. We'll be able to get that. Thank you very much. I remain your host, Liu Chama here. See you next week.